I feel like this is a big lump that sits in between the two of you.
It is, isn't it? I can see it.
And I'll tell you, I think it'll drive one of you out of the bed again, and Natasha will get back in.
I think it'll drive one of us out of the house.
Really?
Yeah. I just want to say, for whatever reason, whether I was hormonal, I'd got a young baby, whatever it wasn't what I expected. Motherhood wasn't what I expected. But even if you don't agree with what you didn't do, I mean, I went to every hospital appointment, I just did everything. I was just there, that was it. I was like parents. I wasn't parent, I was parents. I did everything. And if you just even acknowledge that that's how I feel about it. And it's easy now to think of what you do with her now, because she's so much better with her.
Now, if you don't do babies, and you do children, but if you don't do babies and you didn't do your baby, who was very ill, who I know the pregnancy was tough, and you're now back in saying, OK, I can do it now, which is great, and you clearly can, and you're brilliant. But my sense is that you're saying, Alison, how bloody dare you?
Yeah.
Where were you when I really needed you?
When I say I've connected with Natasha over this last whatever period of time, I feel like a father now. And I do feel I've changed, and I've moved some priorities around.
Mm-hmm. But it took time.
But it did take time.
And do you feel bad about that?
No. Well, I know this is awful, but now I'm very pleased with myself.
Right.
Because to me, I'm not thinking what an awful job I may or may not have done before. I'm thinking, hallelujah.
I've got there.
What a great dad I am, because I'm now in that father zone.
Can I ask you to think beyond what you've done and giving yourself a pat on the back? Your wife is saying, well, bully for you, mate, you took your time, and great.
I gave you that time.
And it sucked the life out of me.
The thing that I think is that all this independent life that we had, that was together but quite independent, and I didn't need him, I wasn't clingy, I wasn't nervous, I was quite confident and popular and all the rest of it.
You still are.
The only time that I really ever needed you, you let me down. That's how I feel. I never needed you. I never needed you to be home. I never needed you to pick me up. I never needed you to do anything, because I had my own car, did my own thing, made my own plans. It was the one time in our life together that I needed you. And I depended on you, and you weren't there. And I'm really sorry that I'm emotional and crying, because I'm really embarrassed, but it just has been a really emotional week, and it's been a really emotional time for the last however long. It's quite hard then to love you in that same way that I did before, because to me, when I needed you, you weren't there. So if anything ever happened in our lives now, there was a crisis, will you be there? Or in your mind, will you need 2 years to come to terms with it before you'll be there? And that's made me distance myself from you. And that's really hard, and it is hard for me to move past that. You're uncomfortable with the fact that I am emotional. You went out last night and said to everybody, oh, Alison's one of these emotional weepy types. But I'm not. And part of the softness and the caring and the looking after you is what you liked about me, is what you loved about me. And now I feel like it irritates the hell out of you.
It doesn't. It doesn't. What we've... Come here.
He can't solve me.
Al.
He can't solve me. I'm not a problem that you need to find a solution for. You're part of my problem. So if we need to find a solution, you've got to do something.
Can I say this much? That deep down, Al, you are the same person that I fell in love with, yeah? And I know that you're still in there, yeah? And we have all changed, but as you've changed, and you're saying now that you're the mother, and I know the timing's wrong and it's late, but I've changed. And I've got to also change. I've changed for Natasha, yeah? And I've got to change for you.